2 a.m. and you're deep in a social media rabbit hole. Everyone from your past is thriving, new jobs, dream vacations, picture-perfect relationships. Meanwhile, you're questioning everything about your current situation. You remind yourself to be thankful for what you have. You tell yourself things could be worse. But then Monday morning arrives and there's this weight in your chest. You're exhausted from staying busy, yet none of it feels meaningful or truly yours. This isn't depression. You're not falling apart. You're just existing. And somehow that's the most unsettling part. Everything looks okay from the outside, but inside you feel completely adrift. If you're navigating your 20s feeling like you should have all the answers by now, but honestly you're making it up as you go, you're not defective. You're experiencing the most confusing chapter most people will ever face. Here's what they don't prepare you for about this decade. For the first time ever, there's no obvious roadmap. Consider your journey so far. Your whole life followed a blueprint. Elementary connected to middle school. Middle school flowed into high school. High school pushed you toward college or work. There was always a clear destination, always that next milestone. Then suddenly, nothing. You're staring at an intersection with dozens of possible routes, and everyone's shouting contradictory directions. Chase your dreams. Be practical. Climb the ladder. Don't sacrifice your 20s to a desk job. Build your savings. See the world before it's too late. And you're just sitting there trying to figure out what actually matters to you. But there's another layer. You're measuring your messy reality against everyone else's curated success stories. Someone posts about their career breakthrough on social media, but they're not sharing the years of struggle that came before. Another person shows off their beautiful new place, leaving out the financial stress keeping them up at night. You end up feeling inadequate without even understanding what you're supposedly failing at. Plus, these years are meant for self-discovery. Except nobody mentions that discovering yourself doesn't look like an inspiring movie sequence. It looks like uncertainty. It looks like starting projects and abandoning them. It looks like completely changing your vision for the future over and over. It's not some elegant transformation, it's mostly just chaos. So when you wonder, why is everyone else succeeding while I'm struggling? Here's what you need to hear. Nobody actually has it all figured out. They've just gotten good at appearing confident. The reality nobody wants to say out loud. Most people your age are improvising. They're experimenting. They're changing course. They're faking certainty about choices that terrify them. That person who seems completely sure about their career, they might burn out next month. That friend living their best life online, they could be just as confused as you, just better at the presentation. Understanding doesn't arrive like some sudden revelation from above. It's not discovered. It's constructed piece by piece through experience and mistakes. The reason everything feels so disorienting right now isn't laziness or lack of drive or some personal flaw. It's the absence of framework. Think about your history. Your entire existence operated within established systems. Education provided structure. Family provided structure. Even your social circles had predictable patterns. Now you're expected to design your own framework from scratch. You're supposed to identify your desires, create your own objectives, establish your own habits, and nobody ever taught you this skill. So you copy what others are doing. You agree to things because it seems expected. You follow directions that feel wrong because at least it's movement. You pack your schedule with distractions because facing the question, what do I genuinely want, feels overwhelming and terrifying. And that's not weakness. That's normal human behavior during a period that demands too much while offering too little direction. But here's the complication. Once you recognize the confusion, your mind tries to intellectualize a solution. You stay up researching life purpose. You consume endless content. You create mental plans you never execute. You promise yourself, this time I'll crack the code. Then nothing shifts, because analyzing your existence and actively shaping your existence are entirely different processes. Most people spend so much energy overthinking that they forget to actually tune into themselves. They're so consumed with strategizing, perfecting, comparing, stressing. They never pause for the fundamental questions like, what activities genuinely energize me? What makes me feel present instead of numb? What obligations do I keep accepting that I actually resent? What would I pursue if I stopped performing for others? And even when you explore these questions, the answers get buried under external pressure. Family assumptions, cultural deadlines, that internal voice insisting you're inadequate, running out of time, getting left behind. So you drift. You stay occupied but disengaged. You're in motion without any real direction that resonates with who you are. And the hardest part? You sense something needs to shift. You feel it clearly, but you can't identify what to change or where to begin. So you continue the cycle, keeping busy, pushing forward, waiting for that magical moment when everything makes sense. But somewhere inside, you know waiting isn't strategy. So what actually creates change? Not motivation, not hoping for sudden clarity, not overthinking everything. What works is moving from your thoughts onto the page. Regularly, privately, truthfully. I realize that sounds almost too basic, but most people never commit to it. They buy beautiful journals that collect dust. They start and quit repeatedly because there's no system guiding them. That's precisely why I developed the 60-day reset framework. This isn't about productivity hacks. It won't push you to optimize your morning routine or work harder. It's built around targeted exercises specifically for people feeling uncertain, confused, and trapped in analysis paralysis. It guides you through releasing what's holding you back. It helps you identify what you genuinely want versus what external forces say you should want. And it provides a practical, manageable process for building clarity gradually. It's not instant transformation, but it's what worked for me when everything else failed. If you're exhausted from being constantly busy yet fundamentally directionless, this gives you an actual starting point. Check the description if you're interested in learning more. Then like and subscribe.